Okay, guys, thank you very much for coming. We are going to give another 2 minutes for people coming that I know they're arriving a little bit late. But, well, I'm Lucia. I'm the CEO and founder of Tatam, an influencer marketing agency. So we're going to talk a little bit about the trends that we've seen the last year and we're seeing for next year. So happy that you are here for this talk. Just 2 minutes. We have two of my team members that are coming, so let's wait for them and we can start. Yeah. Three stories. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do you know each other? Yeah. Great. Yeah. Okay, great. Should we start? Okay. Well, very quick. So who we are? We are an award-winning influencer marketing agency. We won in the App Promotion Summit Best Influencer Marketing Company. We work mostly or exclusively with subscription-based apps and e-commerce. We work with amazing clients like Blinkist, Babbel, HelloFresh, Endel, CyberGhost, Dr. Smile, MyHeritage, a lot of Berlin-based startups, but also some other global companies. We just completed 4 years, so we are a 4-year-old company. Very happy. We are a team of 60 now and growing a lot. We did 4,600 sponsorships this year. So we manage a huge volume and we are able to deliver this scale up that our clients are looking for. We are obviously certified in Google Analytics, in AppsFlyer and Adjust, making us very good at measuring the results. I've been here in this space hearing a lot of talks about how difficult it is to measure influencer results, but being certified and using tools like Adjust and AppsFlyer, of course you have a big percentage of your traffic that won't be measurable or trackable and will lead to organic, but most of it, we will be able to track it with different tools. So we measure and analyze every step of the funnel of every single video that we post online. This makes us stand apart from all the other marketing influencer marketing that's being done nowadays. So we are able to be comparable to Facebook and Google and other ad platforms. Comparable, not equal, but yeah. So we just run user acquisition. We don't do performance at all. So this is what Tatam is. So we're gonna go into the trends. I've been asked a lot, what do I see in the market, what I hope to see this year. So economics, it's being rough, but for influencer marketing, it will be a huge year. So everyone is trying to enter the influencer marketing space. As you've seen in the previous talk, there were micro-influencers getting, I don't know, whatever money that they could get, but from the size of the micro-influencer to the size of the huge influencers, all are getting paid every year more. So we're gonna see also an inflation in cost, but just not only because of the general inflation that we see worldwide, but also for the demand and offer law. Right? So we are seeing way more money going into. We have around 27% growth year over year. If you have any question, please feel free to interrupt me, okay? So if you need to dig into any of these numbers. But yes, we are gonna see the prices going up. Number 2, so this, in the creators economy, we are gonna see very mature creators, like here, our friend Mr. Beast, who is gonna start launching their own, well, he already did, but many of these huge creators are gonna launch their own product, their own brand, their own offering. They're going to monetize their own agency, their own audience, not monetizing their audience with other brands, but they're going to monetize it itself with direct-to-consumer products. So this is also a risk for brands because we're going to have to compete with the attention of their own products that they're selling. Nowadays, 80% of their revenue comes from brand sponsorships. So what they're doing, launching these new offerings, is trying to be not so much brand reliant. So we're going to have to compete against them. But this is also a good idea to launch with them some new offering. So what can we launch together as a brand with different influencers that really, with huge influencers like these ones or smaller ones, but what can we do different to just doing a branded post? There are too many platforms, okay? As you've seen here in this event and any other event that you go, there are 1,000 million different platforms for everything, but for influencer as well. But it's very, very hard to choose from one, right? And yet, doing influencer marketing at scale is still very inefficient. Platforms are still not cracking the easiness into getting the best influencers. The influencers that are right now in platforms are not the best in engagement, not the best in quality. Like the influencers that really are good in monetizing their audience don't have the time or the energy to go to a platform and upload their profile and be there on the platform choosing which brand to represent or not, as they are receiving so many inbounds from brands. So high-performing teams will need to continue doing this, or with an amazing in-house team, or with an agency like us, that we have a lot of tools that we can choose from, right? But this still has not been cracked. Hopefully one day we'll be able to do this outreach that, you know, it's a nightmare if you do influencer marketing, to being able to lower this funnel that you contact 100 influencers, 10 reply, and then just you close one influencer, and you start that process every day again to be able to have a sustainable campaign. Trend number 5, higher CPMs, okay? This is also from the trend number 1. The inflation is impacting the CPM by month and by country. So there is this demand and offer dynamics that we already discussed in the first trend. And we suggest always to start with good negotiations. It's not only about the briefing. Of course, the briefing comes afterwards. But first, we need to be very, very clever at negotiating and understanding how much we can pay the influencers in order to have a CPM that's amazing. And also, if you have creative briefing and a good negotiation, you have an opportunity to have some of those videos go viral, and in that case, your CPM will be lower as a full. Anyone has experienced some of this already? Higher CPMs, higher costs? Yes? No, you're not. Great, amazing. Okay, we're gonna move to trend number 5, and this is a subject that has been named one and again every talk that I've been here today. So the privacy that we are seeing since last year for iOS is difficulting some things about the tracking, but with influencer marketing, what we do is not target the audience based on their data, but we are targeting the audience based on their interests. So all the data privacy and data restrictions actually plays in our favor. We are one of the winners of the AT&T change for the iOS privacy things. So this has to be well played once we are trying to understand what the influencers' audience is and what they are their interests and how we can convince them in order to work with us, so to talk to that audience that we are targeting based on their interests and not their own data. So we are protecting their privacy because we don't know who's on the other side, but we know that they like, I don't know, DIY videos, so we know that they like cooking at home, or we know that they are into makeup, or whatever vertical, or self-improvement, or whatever vertical that we like to have. So this is great for us as influencer marketing, because it's a way to expand our targeting, but without interfering with their own data. So Meta, as you know, lost 10 billion in revenue because of the loss of their advertising budgets, and all the marketers will continue to shift their budgets directly from each platform or ad network and try to do more of this organic content or outreach. So this is a trend that is very strong that we saw this last year, of course, as you all did, but this will continue to go forward. Also, there will be changes also in web. So we are gonna lose a little bit of tracking the exact data of customers, and we will have to think on the other side of the road to understand where your users are, what are their behaviors, what they like, what they don't like, what motivates them to see or to watch some content. Okay, trend number 6, measurements. This has been the subject in this room the whole day. So what can be measured can be improved, as you know. And as recession and inflation continues this year, we're gonna see that these prices are gonna go up, right? We need to justify the spend to the finance team and to any C-level member that will want to understand what's going on. And sometimes they will compare apples with bananas, right? They will compare influencer marketing against other medias that are way more trackable. You know, with influencer marketing, we cracked how to track it, but we are only able to track a portion of it because many of the viewers of the videos are watching or into screens on the computer YouTube channel, and then they have the mobile in the other hand, and they're searching for the term that they saw on the video, or even they're watching TikTok and they saw something that they liked, an app for couples, and they love it, and like they saw it, and then afterwards at night they search on the App Store pair and they download it. But like that happens, yes, pair, and sometimes that happens. So we have to know that a percentage of influencer marketing will continue to be untrackable. So, but as I said, we are able, this is our own stack of data where we can see all the information of all the YouTubers and Instagrammers and TikTokers from all the world, from more than 5,000, actually the whole history, so more than 10,000 influencers that did. So we are able to track every step of the way. Here you can see like every single cost per click, cost per lead, cost per registered, cost per install, cost per everything. So we are able to really, really get the hands on the data. So when somebody's here and says, yeah, influencer marketing can be measured, they're not doing it right. There is a way to measure it. Of course, not 100%, again, disclaimer, but you can do it. And if you're suffering with that, you can contact us and we can help you. So this trend, it's a trend given by me by an amazing influencer marketing team, internal team. So thank you very much. This is something that we've done in the past, but it's a trend that is gonna have more relevance on time. So what else can we do with the influencer, right? If we only post a video with their influencers' organic reach, we are there and we are having a lot of volume and have a lot of conversions, but it's not all what we can do. We can do way more than just having the organic reach. Of course, the first ring will be to boost their content and run paid media behind the videos that went well, of course, or if it's a YouTube video, we can cut it and run ads with that, and that's great. But then, with these influencers that are already launching their own things and their own D2C products or services, we can do way more. We can even do ASO association. When somebody search for X name of YouTuber, our app will appear because we have something on the App Store. Or we can do PR, we can do TV ads, we can do in-app content, for example. We've done that for a meditation app with a celebrity really reading a meditation at night before to go to bed. So this is something that with influencers like reaching almost a level of celebrities, this is something that needs to be think about. So obviously we need to identify who are the top performers in the key markets. Sometimes influencers are not well known outside their own media reach, but some other times they are very well known. And this is great to really try to expand and test what are the waters beyond their influencers' own reach, right? And then once we understand the results, and the results from paid media are also coming, we can evaluate a 360 strategy to, with the talent to like really grow with them. So beyond the CAC or the CAC or the cost per acquisition, how many times is your, for example, if you have a recurrent billing or if you are selling many things, so the cost per acquisition is not something that is the ultimate number or the ultimate KPI, right? We need to know, it's not the same like I acquire one user that subscribed to my product 1 month and then unsubscribe from other that subscribe to my product and keep on buying it for like 3 years, right? Like the lifetime value of that client is way bigger. So we need to understand much more than the CAC. We need to understand the total return of investment. We need to understand what's the purchase value. And one good thing about influencers is that the quality, and I hate this word because this is not a graph that we did, this is Media Kit, but I hate to say the quality of a customer because we're talking about people, right? And they're not bad quality of people, but like the purchase intent of customers, if we may say, when they come via influencers, they tend to be better than the intent of purchase of audience that comes from other channels. So that being said, with CPMs are going higher, with recession that also is making the audience not willing to pay that much, we will have a lot of pressure on our CACs. We will have to explain our manager teams why are we spending way more on cost per acquisition. But what we need to understand also is the total lifetime value or the total purchasing power of this, or the purchasing spend of this audience that we are getting into our app. So it's super important. So we will need to understand a whole variety of numbers. It won't be as simple as it was, but we need to understand the cost per acquisition, but we also need to understand the purchase value that they spend, the LTV, the lifetime value, and the whole return of investment of that user we are acquiring, to understand if we are having a good campaign or a bad campaign. CACs cannot be the ultimate KPI. Any questions? Okay, great. Well, I know TikTok is sponsoring this event, but this is not advertising. But these are facts, okay? TikTok is eating Instagram for lunch. So we are spending 2.5 times more time on TikTok than on Instagram. And still brands are not there as we see. Like, I think this area is about attention, and who's getting the most attention is winning the game, like Kardashian type of attention gathering, right? And TikTok is the Kardashian of the social media platforms. They're like really, all eyes are on them. The thing is, right now, it's hard to measure the results. The insights that TikTok gives are not always accurate. And we always say, okay, no, the audience on TikTok is still too young. I don't believe that. I spend a lot of time on TikTok. So no, but there are a lot of content creators that are above 30. So there is already a lot of content creators that can be found on TikTok that are more mature, and the audience is also more mature. But the results are still not coming 100%. It's very difficult to put links, and nobody goes to the link on the bio, so it's very hard to track. And even if you don't track, the performance is still not there. What we can do is run Spark ads, where you will boost an influencer's video, and then when you boost it, you will have a button with a link of what you want to create and the call to action. So that's an idea that we can start to test it. Anyhow, until today, the average spend on billions, TikTok is still like very, very small here. I can read you the numbers if you don't read, but on average spending on billions, Instagram is having 2.2, YouTube less than 1, TikTok 0.77, Facebook 0.74. So a total of almost 5 billion, and TikTok is having less than 1/5. So still brands are not that trustworthy or trusting TikTok that much. I think there is still a lot of work to be done, but as it is a more disruptive and new platform, it will take time for them to really convert the users. But they will get there, but we want to be the first ones there to convert before the price go too high, right? YouTube, sorry, I'm not giving you the answer between those two, but like TikTok, YouTube is the one that is giving you the best users. Instagram, TikTok, yeah, we are spending way more on Instagram than on TikTok, but I'm talking about more of the organic reach of the influencer, not like the organic reach on the influencer post, rather than really accelerating that and boosting that on performance. So if we are talking only organic against organic, Instagram is still outperforming because the algorithm on Meta is stable and it's not that crazy. So TikTok, maybe you do 50 and all 50 are a flop, and then 51 is a hit and it goes viral and it's amazing. And then on Instagram, you have stability and like previsibility on every video you do. So at the end, Instagram still is performing better on the organic reach of the influencers than TikTok. Okay. Yeah.
From our experience, we noticed that TikTok recently is lower.
Yes, on performance, yes, on paid. Normally, we like to separate what is influencer marketing itself, which I believe is the organic reach of their influencers, and then paid media, and we can run paid media with influencer marketing generated content, user-generated content, display, banner, or whatever you can. But like I like to separate both, and for me, I'm a purist, sorry. Influencer marketing itself, it's just on the organic reach of the influencers. Okay, any more questions? There was one, no? Okay, trend number 10, and this is what we're talking about. The video is gonna surpass display and search. So video will be the #1 format for all paid media. And that's great for influencers, again, because we are able to get a lot of content If you saw the strategy from the guy that talked before us, they are doing content production. They are not doing influencer marketing. They are doing content production, nothing else. They're not running on their organic reach of their influencers. They're just hiring people random on the internet for content production. So you can do content production with random people, with influencers, with celebrities, with your mom, with a cat, whatever. Content production you can do with whatever you want, or you can pay fortunes. I used to work in a fast-moving consumer good, one of the big two, and we would pay $500,000 for a piece of content, for an ad of 30 seconds on TV. And that has been done forever. So now we have the chance to do it, or better, to use the videos that influencers already create, and you leverage all their organic view, then you can boost it and like really reach to the 100% or 100% potential of their audience, and then you can use that to run paid media on your channels or on the influencers' channels to other audience. So we are gonna see that video is gonna be #1 in every ad that we're gonna see online, and we're gonna be able to spend a lot of money there with amazing content that is also renewed every 2 days, because if you do a good influencer marketing strategy, you can have a lot of volume and a lot of videos online. So in 2023, next year, we can accelerate your user-generated content or influencer-generated content by fueling these creatives. And also, as a perk, this year we did, and when you try to do something viral, you never do it. So this wasn't intentional, but we hire a lot of influencers to do a type of trend on TikTok and on Instagram. For My Heritage is the ADN test, where you show where you come from, and like with funny music, and you show your picture and you show your parents' picture, and that went really viral. So we got a lot of influencer marketing content, a lot of user-generated content following the same trend. So it was great, and it's a perk that when you plan it, it never cracks, but hopefully, yeah, we can do many of those. So these were the 10 trends we see for next year. I hope you like it, and I hope you have a lot of questions.